Hot Country sponsored by Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016 with special guests Philomena Begley, Ray Lynham and Mick Flavin. Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle McGee, standing in for Q O'Brien on this week's Hot Country. We have an absolutely marvellous show lined up for you, so make sure and stay tuned. To kickstart this week's show, we have Johnny Brady with Hillbilly Bone.
Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. City, he never heard of Conway Twitty. Don't know nothing about grits or greens. He's never been south of Queens. But he flew down here on a business trip. I took him honky-tonkin' and that was it. He took to it like a pig to mud, like a cow to cut. Y'all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside. No matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts playing and the fiddle saws, you can't have a holler in. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in their jeans. Ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Now you ain't gotta be born out in the sticks with an F-150 and a 30-yard six. Have a bubba in the family tree to get on down with me. Yeah, but all you need is an open mind. If it fires you up, you gotta let it shine. Well, it feels so right that it can't be wrong. So come on, come on, come on. You ain't alone. You ain't alone. Y'all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside. No matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts playing and the fiddle saws, you can't have a holler in. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in them jeans. Ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Y'all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside. No matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts playing and the fiddle saws, you can't have a holler in. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in them jeans. Ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. 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 Y'all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside. No matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts playing and the fiddle saws, you can't have a holler in. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in them jeans. Ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone. Hillbilly bone, ba bone, ba bone, bone.
He walked into the blacksmith's forge, a well-dressed man, his name was George. He said, "Good morning, Smithy, just the man I want to see. My daughter's pony threw a shoe. I was advised to come to you, and if you could replace it, I'll gladly pay your fee." When his daughter brought the pony in, the blacksmith's eyes could not take in the beauty of the lady standing by the door. smiled and said hello. Deep in his heart he felt a glow. From that day on, the blacksmith's life was changed forevermore. Her daddy was a wealthy man, owned many acres of fine land, a 22-room mansion with a panoramic view. I've heard it said that love is blind. He couldn't change his daughter's mind. She fell in love with the blacksmith who made her pony's shoe. On the day that they were married, she rode in a horse-drawn carriage with 4 high-stepping ponies. 2 were black and 2 were gray, with seats of satin lining, buckles that were shining, but they couldn't match her beauty on her wedding day. Well, now you've heard the story of the blacksmith and the lady. Some may think it's fiction, some may think it's true, but I've never been to a wedding yet. Among the gifts the bride will get, someone will always give her a lucky old horseshoe. Her daddy was a wealthy man, owned many acres of fine land, a 22-room mansion with a panoramic view. And I've heard it said that love is blind. He couldn't change his daughter's mind. She fell in love with the blacksmith who made her pony's shoe. Her daddy was a wealthy man, owned many acres of fine land, a 22-room mansion with a panoramic view. And I've heard it said that love is blind. He couldn't change his daughter's mind. She fell in love with the blacksmith who made her pony's shoe. I've heard it said that love is blind. He couldn't change his daughter's mind. She fell in love with the blacksmith who made her pony's shoe.
For 3 long years she's had to fight through millions of tears and all of those sleepless nights. But today she's got the all clear. Yeah, she got the news they've been praying to hear. So tonight, under the lights, he walks with the hero, walks with the hero, through better words and sickness and health, with a love for her only he knows. Walks with the hero, walks with the hero. He'll hold her tight, glowing with pride, and he walks with his hero. Every hour of every day, he wished he could just take all their pain away. Even with the worries she faced, she conquered all such beauty and grace. So tonight, lost in her eyes, he walks with the hero, walks with the hero, through better words with a love for her only he knows. Waltz with a hero, waltz with a hero. He'll hold her tight, glowing with pride, and he'll waltz with his hero. He'll hold her tight, glowing with pride. He'll waltz with his hero.
Lee Matthews is now a household name in Ireland. Here he is with his latest hit, It's a Great Day to Be Alive, which is #1 in this week's Irish country music album charts.
There's a new family man being punished by the land, working hard, never seeing flowers grow. He just asks for what is right, like so many in the fight. The only comfort is the faith in God he knows. There comes a time when we should all join together. There comes a time when we should open up our hearts to the thought of unity. Helping you is helping me. Bring more happiness today the Irish way. There's a kid on his own. He's been left without a home, on the streets, finding shelter where he can. We look down upon his face, hear him beg, then gather pace. Whatever happened to the culture of Ireland? There comes a time when we should all join together. There comes a time when we should open up our hearts to the thought of unity. Helping you is helping me. Bring more happiness today the Irish way. There comes a time when we should all join together. There comes a time when we should open up our hearts to the thought of unity. Helping you is helping me. Bring more happiness today the Irish way. Bring more happiness today the Irish way.
Hot Country sponsored by Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016 with special guests Philomena Begley, Ray Lynham and Mick Flavin. Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016.
Everyone knows about Rudolph, our fleet-footed friend from the north, who lights Santa's way through the darkness as he drives his sleigh back and forth. But there's someone else we should mention if we want the whole story told. He carried the first gift of Christmas, more precious than diamonds or gold. Nestor was a donkey who seldom laughed or played, 'cause no one ever used him in a stable where he stayed. And all the camels teased him, the other donkeys too. They said, "Look at little Nestor, there's nothing he can do." Look at little Nestor, his ears hang to his knees. When he looks at his reflection, ears are all he sees. Nestor's heart was broken, his eyes were full of tears. If there was only something he could do about his ears. One dark night, two strangers gave Nestor a surprise. They chose him from all others, 'cause they loved his gentle eyes. The man they called was Joseph, Mary was his bride. She needed help to Bethlehem, and Nestor's back to ride. They traveled through the desert, but hadn't gone too far, when winter clouds no longer let them see their guiding star. But Nestor learned the secret as he listened to the breeze, and the angels gave directions to the ears that touched his knees. Look at little Nestor, his ears hang to his knees. When he looks at his reflection, ears are all he sees. Nestor's heart was broken, his eyes were full of tears. If only there was something he could do about his ears. And so it was that Nestor found a manger where they stayed, where kings and wise men bowed before the baby where he lay. Mary bore our Savior, and Nestor brought them there, a gift of love from God above for all the world to share. Oh, Rudolph, I just love you, I just know you'd want it said. Nestor's ears are lovely as the reindeer's nose is red. So children, if you're happy when you trim your Christmas trees, you might thank the little donkey whose ears hung to his knees. Look at little Nestor, his ears hung to his knees. They shouted as they praised him, and his friends were all so pleased. Nestor was so happy, and his eyes held no more tears. Now all the world knows Nestor for his laughter and his ears. Now all the world knows Nestor for his laughter and his ears.
I'm Hugh O'Brien.
And I'm Michelle McGee.
And don't forget to join us for our 2-hour Christmas special, Christmas Day between 6 and 8 p.m, featuring all of Ireland's top country stars.
It will be repeated again on New Year's Eve between 6 and 8 p.m, so make sure and tune in to Hot Country.
It's going to be a big one. See you there.
an old song we have sung. When I grow too old to dream, I'll have you to remember. When I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. So kiss me, my sweet, and so let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. When I grow too old to dream, I'll have you to remember. When I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. So kiss me, my sweet, and so let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart.
You're going to enjoy our next song. It's Declan Nerney's huge Christmas hit, The Christmas Hoolie.
Sure, Christmas time is not the same, some people do believe. But a strange thing happened in our house last year on Christmas Eve. In the middle of our party, a loud knock came to the door. Come on ahead, Jules, we all said, there's room for plenty more. The latching lifted gently, we stood there amazed because before our eyes, to our surprise, stood the mighty Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas is what we heard him say, and peace to every Irish home is my wish for Christmas Day. For on this night all around the world as a journey through the snow, bringing joy and gifts to the little folk at which hour they'll never know. Beyond the candle in your window came the ceilidh and the song. So I'll stay a while in the Emerald Isle and then I'll journey on. Push back the kitchen table, put the chairs against the wall. Sure the hour has now struck midnight and Santa's sure to call. Surely have a drop of punching and he'll ho 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 with glee. And he danced a stack of barley all around the Christmas tree. Santa sure enjoyed himself himself in our house that night to watch him waltz with Grandma. Sure, it was our heart's delight. It's great to see such merriment among ye one and all, and maybe this time next year I will make another call. There was tapping at the window as he ho-ho-hoed again. Sure, it was little Rudolph's red nose pressed against the window pane. With his eyes he seemed to tell us it was time for them to go. Soon Santa and his reindeers, they went dashing through the snow. Push back the kitchen table, put the chairs against the wall. Sure, the hour has now struck midnight and Santa's sure to call. Sure, we have a drop of putchie and he'll ho-ho-ho with glee. And he'll dance to stack of barley all around the Christmas tree. Push back the kitchen table, put the chairs against the wall. Sure, the hour has now struck midnight and Santa's sure to call. Sure, he'll have a drop of putchie and he'll ho-ho-ho with glee. And he'll dance to stack of barley all around the Christmas tree.
Hot Country sponsored by Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016 with special guests Philomena Begley, Ray Lynham and Mick Flavin. Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016.
Up next we have Ireland's latest country star Shane Owens, and the single is called Never Tire of the Road.
Just a small town country boy when I left that dusty town. Route 66 to the westward and hopped an old freight down. California, here I come by the psycho Pullman and the sunburned pump. They call us Okies and low-down bums and the police on us for round. Never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. The way out yonder is calling me. The dark road leads me homewards, and the highway, that's my code. Lonesome voice that I heard in my head say, never tire of the road. California to the New York Island, me and my guitar. And we played in many a humble jungle, rainy Skid Row bar. So was a sweet refrain when you're waiting for some old freight train that carries an empty car. Never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. The way out yonder is calling me, and the dark road leads me homewards, and the highway, that's my code. The lonesome voice that I heard in my head say, never tire of the road. Onward with our journey, and one day realize Woody might be dead and gone, but the words he wrote, they still live on. May his spirit ever shine upon the cause that never dies. Never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. The way out yonder is calling me, and the dark road leads me homewards, and the highway, that's my code. The lonesome voice that I heard in my head say, never tire of the road, never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. The way out yonder is calling never tire of the road.
Was once a bull-hooking son of a gun. Now who keeps a pint hid out behind chute number 1? Who was riding high till a pretty girl rode him to the ground? Any kid knows where to find me. I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. In the riding and the roping, I was closing in on number 1. Now in dreams at night I ride on that silver saddle I never won. Since you left me, the whiskey takes me to the rodeo grounds, where the cowboys think I'm handy. I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. I could ride 'em all. The bulls and the broncs knew I was boss. But the ride that woman took me on broke a whole lot more than this old cowboy's bones. While the tears on my makeup melts my painted smile into a frown. The crowd thinks I'm a dandy. I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. I could ride 'em all. The bulls and the broncs knew I was boss. But the ride that woman took me on broke a whole lot more than this old cowboy's bones. While the tears on my makeup melts my painted smile into a frown. Crowd thinks I'm a dandy. I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. Where the crowd thinks I'm a dandy, I'm Bandy the rodeo clown.
Mia Farrell is a new Irish country singer from Newry. Q O'Brien met up with her last week and she told him of her immediate plans.
Maeve Farrell, you're very welcome to Hot Country. Maeve, give us a brief history of your musical career to date.
So to date, I started out 3 years ago as a surprise guest in a local country show from local promoter Sean Wallace and family. He's a family friend. He said that he put me on just as a wee surprise to see how we go, and a very positive reaction from the audience I got, and from there he's just gone from strength to strength.
And you're also studying music?
Music part-time in Dublin at the moment in the British Irish Modern Music Institute. It's the only campus in Ireland, so it was very hard to get in. So I'm hopefully going forward next year to study the degree full-time.
And tell us about your latest single release.
My latest single release is a charity single for the Children's Cancer Unit charity in the Royal Victoria Hospital, Belfast. It's a gospel medley called the Light in the Darkness Gospel Medley. The idea kind of came about when I heard the final mix of it for the first time. I knew I wanted to do a charity single with this album. And when I heard it, I just knew that that was the one. It's the most, it's the song that would be most, I suppose, liked by the majority of the viewers and the listeners. And my godfather and Uncle Joe sponsored the video for myself, the business that we're in now at the minute, Maypole Interiors, up in Newry here, and it's gone from strength to strength since it's released.
Tell us about the future. What's going to be happening in the near future for Mia Farrell?
Hopefully in the future I'll be going on to, as I said, to study the degree of full-time music with vocals, and I'm hoping at some stage to have a career within the music industry, maybe a big band on the road, we never know, but we'll just see where the road goes. I've got a 12-track album due for release on the 10th of March 2016 in the Banville House Hotel in Banbridge, so really looking forward to the build up to that there. Hopefully going to have my 4th studio single due out for release at the beginning of the new year.
Tight and we would dance the night away, but then the autumn leaves came down and took away the love we found, left me in this lonely world of gray. 'Cause a rose has to die every time you tell a lie. A promise once it's given must be true. Watch each rose bow its head when it knows our love is dead, and it's never gonna bloom again for you. On the beach the harbor lights are shining, and I remember how they used to shine for you and me. And in the park where roses bloomed, you once whispered I love you, there's nothing but a weeping willow tree. 'Cause a rose has to die every time you tell a lie. A promise once it's given must be true. Watch each rose bow its head when it knows our love is dead, and it's never gonna bloom again for you. 'Cause a rose has to die every time you tell a lie. A promise once it's given must be true. Watch each rose bow its head when it knows our love is dead, and it's never gonna bloom again for you. Watch each rose bow its head when it knows our love is dead, and it's never gonna bloom again for you. No, it's never gonna bloom again for you.
Hot Country sponsored by Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016 with special guests Philomena Begley, Ray Lynham and Mick Flavin. Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016.
Up next are award-winning music legends Foster and Allen with Shane Ward from Coronation Street, and it's their Christmas single, One Little Christmas.
One little Christmas tree was standing alone, waiting for someone to come by. One little Christmas tree that never had grown cried as he looked up to the sky.
Oh, please, Mr. Father Tree, the tallest of all, I'm so afraid and so alone. Could one little Christmas tree, so tiny and small, light up someone's home? 'Cause
one little Christmas tree can light up a home, so one little child can find a toy. One little Christmas tree can light up a home, so one little heart can find some joy. One little angel who was riding a star cried as she looked down at the tree. Oh, please, Mr. Father Tree, wherever you are, may I give him the star you gave to me.
then in the heavens came a voice from afar, a voice that was heard throughout the world. Go down, little angel girl, and Give him your star. Tonight he'll light the world. 'Cause one little Christmas tree can light up the world, so those who are lost may find their way.
One little Christmas tree can light up the world, so all men may see on Christmas Day. One little Christmas tree can light up the world, so those who are lost may find their way. One little Christmas tree can light up the world, so all men may see on Christmas Day.
Remember the steam train when I was a boy, and the white curling smoke all across the blue sky, and men in the green fields, I still see them now, strong arms in their shirt sleeves with their horses and plough. To school we go walking, our friends there to meet, with our bags on our back in our humble bare feet, and the pony and cars too, the creamery went down, and the great churns of milk for the families around. We are the last of the old generation, seen all the changes and lived through it all, and the sun always shines on those glorious times, those sweet precious moments we fondly recall. The forge and the blacksmith was part of our time, with his hammer and tongs and blazing coke fire. From the well we'd bring water each day of the week. 'Twas a great vocal pine for neighbours to meet. The old battery wireless on Sunday would blare, with hurling and football with me on O'Hare, and we danced and we sang round the turf fire at night, while the power of the lamp was our main source of light. We are the last of the old generation, seen all the changes and lived through it all, and the sun always shines on those glorious times, those sweet precious moments we fondly recall. Now the thrashing was mighty, I remember them still, the corn and the chaff and the of the mill. 'Twas a great time for friendship at the end of the day, where neighbour helped neighbour and that was their way. There was laughter and good times and some tears of joy, but living was easy and we all got by. We thanked friends and neighbours who answered their call, and the fathers and mothers who looked after all. We are the last of the old generation, seen all the changes and lived through it all, and the sun always shines on those glorious times, those sweet precious moments we fondly recall. And the sun always shines on those glorious times, those sweet precious moments we fondly recall.
Well, folks, unfortunately, that's it from me, Michelle McGee, on this week's Hot Country. I do hope you enjoyed our selection of music. It will be repeated at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, so make sure and tune in. Until next week, at the same time, the same place, keep it country with Hot Country.
Drive through the night with the radio on, with the wind in our hair, singing Born to Run. Leave this town behind and head to where the air is warmer. We can stop for a coffee on the 405. Baby, Vegas sure looks good tonight. Another hour or two
Hot Country sponsored by Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016 with special guests Philomena Begley, Ray Lynham and Mick Flavin. Mike Denver's Concert Tour 2016.